Have you ever noticed how something as simple as what you wear underneath can quietly steal your comfort and confidence? Maybe you felt that little itch or that subtle pinching all day long and just brushed it off, thinking it's part of getting older. Or perhaps you wake up some mornings feeling a bit more tired, achy, or just not quite yourself, and you wonder if it's simply because of your age. But what if it's not just age? What if the secret to feeling better, lighter, and more at ease starts with something as basic as your underwear? It's easy to overlook these small details, yet for many women over 60, the choices we make beneath our clothes affect our skin, circulation, and even mood more than we realize. It's one of those little things that often gets ignored but can change everything. In this video, I'll gently guide you through 7 surprising secrets about what you wear underneath. Secrets that can transform your comfort and help you feel like yourself again. So, let's explore these together, one simple change at a time. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. Secret 1. Choose underwear that fits your changing body. Have you ever found yourself standing in front of your closet, sifting through a drawer of bras and panties that you've owned for years, only to end up picking the same old ones out of habit? Maybe you tell yourself, they fit well enough, or, it's not worth the hassle to shop for new ones at my age. For many women over 60, this is a familiar, almost daily scenario. You slip into your trusted undergarments, even if they pinch a little or ride up, because it feels easier than braving the fluorescent lights of a department store or scrolling through endless options online. Perhaps you've even laughed off the discomfort. A little squeezing here and there is just part of growing older, right? Never suspecting that this small detail might be shaping the quality of your day far more than you realize. But here's something that's rarely talked about. Our bodies change with each passing decade, often in ways we don't expect or even notice until one morning. Pulling on your favorite bra, you feel a new tightness in the band, or the straps dig in a little more than before. The truth is, after 60, almost everyone's body shifts. Sometimes subtly, sometimes dramatically. Weight may redistribute, rib cages can expand slightly, shoulders may round or stoop, and skin loses some of its elasticity. What felt perfect at 50 can suddenly become a source of nagging discomfort at 65 or 70. Yet, because these changes tend to happen so gradually, it's easy to dismiss the signs or simply adapt without thinking. That's where the first secret comes in. Choosing underwear that truly fits your changing body. Let's pause for a moment and consider. Have you ever wondered if the aches, pinches, or tiredness you feel by the end of the day are actually being caused by your underwear rather than just getting older? Most of us, when faced with backaches or sore shoulders, reach for an extra pillow, do a little stretching, or just shrug it off. Seldom do we suspect that something as simple and foundational as our underwear could be playing such a large role in how we feel, move, and carry ourselves. Here's a little science that might surprise you. As we age, our skin becomes thinner and more delicate, making us more sensitive to pressure, seams, and even subtle differences in fit. The fat pads that once cushioned our shoulders and hips often shrink, leaving bones and nerves closer to the surface. Muscle mass and tone tend to decline, changing the way clothes hang on our bodies. And for many women, hormonal shifts can cause fluctuations in breast size, rib cage expansion, or even shifts in posture that affect the way bras and panties fit. When we ignore these changes and continue wearing undergarments that were designed for a younger, firmer, or differently shaped body, we're not just courting minor discomfort. We may be restricting blood flow, causing skin irritation, and subtly affecting our confidence and mood day after day. But the solution is much gentler and more empowering than you might think. This isn't about vanity or chasing after youth. It's about honoring and adapting to the beautiful, natural transitions of life, and permitting yourself to be comfortable, supported, and free. Here's what you can do, starting today. Take a little time, maybe this weekend, when the house is quiet and you're not rushed, to gently reassess what you're wearing closest to your skin. Begin by standing in front of a mirror and honestly looking at how your underwear fits. Are there deep marks left by straps or elastic after you take them off? Do you find yourself adjusting your bra or panties throughout the day? Is there any spot that feels sore, chafed, or pinched by evening? If the answer to any of these questions is yes, it might be time to treat yourself to an update. Measuring yourself at home is a simple way to start. With a soft tape measure, check your band size, just under your bust measurement at the fullest point, and your hip and waist measurements for panties. If you don't have a tape measure, many department stores, specialty lingerie shops, and even some pharmacies offer free or low-cost fitting services, often staffed by kind women who have seen it all and are happy to help. Don't worry about numbers or sizes. What matters most is how you feel. Look for bras and panties made from gentle, stretchy fabrics that move with you, rather than against you. Modern fabrics like microfiber, modal, and soft cotton blends can feel almost invisible against the skin, and they're often much kinder to sensitive areas than the stiff, scratchy materials of decades past. Choose bras with wide, cushioned straps that distribute weight more evenly, and bands that stay in place without squeezing. For panties, styles like high-waisted briefs or boy shorts can offer comfort and coverage without digging into soft skin. Remember, comfort doesn't mean giving up on feeling attractive or put together. Today's lingerie brands have caught on to the fact that older women value both style and ease, and many offer elegant, understated designs that celebrate confidence at every age. Soft, lacy touches, gentle colors, and thoughtful construction can make slipping into your undergarments in the morning feel like a quiet act of self-care rather than a chore. Let me share the story of Marjorie, a vibrant 72-year-old from Ohio. For most of her life, Marjorie bought her underwear in bulk, always choosing the same size she'd worn in her 40s. She'd grown used to an aching shoulder and thought her back pain was simply the price of wisdom. But last spring, after an honest chat with her daughter, she agreed to try on a new bra at a specialty shop. To her amazement, the fitter measured her and brought out a completely different style. No underwire, wide straps, and a softer band. The first day she wore it, Marjorie noticed she stood a little straighter, her shoulder didn't throb by dinner time, and she felt more at ease than she had in years. It wasn't just the relief from discomfort that surprised her, it was the sense of dignity and self-worth that came from caring for herself, from the inside out. You deserve that same feeling every day. It's not about surrendering to age, but embracing the changes with wisdom, grace, and a little curiosity. Choosing underwear that fits your changing body isn't an indulgence. It's an act of self-respect, a small investment in your comfort, health, and joy. If you're hesitant, start small. Replace just one old bra or a few pairs of panties. Notice how your body responds, how your mood shifts, and how your day feels a little lighter. Share your journey with a friend, a daughter, or even with the women in our community, because every story, every change, inspires another. So next time you open that drawer, I hope you'll remember. The secret to a more comfortable, confident you might just begin with what you wear closest to your heart. You've spent a lifetime caring for others. Now, let this small change be a gentle reminder to care for yourself. You are worthy of comfort. You are worthy of joy. And you are worthy every day of undergarments that fit the wonderful, ever-changing woman you are today. Secret 2. Prioritize natural, soft fabrics like cotton or bamboo. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Have you ever slipped on a new piece of clothing and, within just a few hours, found yourself scratching at your waistline or shifting uncomfortably in your seat, wishing you could just peel it off and relax? If that's ever happened to you, you're not alone. For so many women over 60, what we wear next to our skin is something we rarely talk about but quietly suffer through. Maybe you've worn a favorite slip or pair of panties for years, even as you've noticed your skin becoming more delicate, redness here, a little itching there. Sometimes, it's just easier to ignore the problem and chalk it up to getting older, rather than face another confusing trip to the store or online shop. After all, who has the energy to debate fabric blends and care instructions? But here's a gentle truth that deserves to be said out loud. The materials you choose for your underwear can have a profound impact on your comfort, skin health, and even your sense of well-being, especially as you age. Most of us grew up in a time when synthetic fabrics like nylon, polyester, and rayon were touted as the future. Easy to wash, quick to dry, and supposedly more durable. In the 1970s and 80s, lacy synthetic underwear was all the rage. As promised a glamorous look, and many of us just went along with it, trusting the trends. But as time has passed, and as we've become more attuned to the signals our bodies send us, a new question emerges. Is all that synthetic fiber good for us? Let's pause and consider. Have you noticed your skin reacting differently to certain fabrics as you've gotten older? Maybe you've started to develop small rashes, or you find yourself overheating during the day, or you notice a faint, unpleasant odor that wasn't there before. It's easy to shrug and say, "Oh, that's just what happens after 60. But what if it's not just age? What if the real culprit is the fabric itself? Here's what's happening beneath the surface. As we age, our skin naturally becomes thinner and more sensitive. The outer protective layer, the one that once shielded us from all sorts of irritation, loses some of its strength. We're more prone to dryness, itching, and even little micro tears or rashes. On top of that, our body's ability to regulate temperature declines. We may sweat less, but when we do, that moisture tends to linger. That's where the real trouble starts with synthetic fabrics. Unlike natural fibers, synthetics tend to trap heat and moisture next to the skin. They're less breathable, so sweat and natural oils can build up, creating the perfect breeding ground for bacteria and fungus, leading to odors, discomfort, and sometimes even infections. Cotton and bamboo, on the other hand, are a gift from nature. Gentle, breathable, and remarkably well suited to the needs of mature skin. Cotton, in particular, has been cherished for centuries for its softness and absorbency. It pulls moisture away from your skin, allowing it to evaporate quickly and keeping you dry throughout the day. It's less likely to irritate, and when it does, it's usually because of a dye or chemical residue, not the fiber itself. Bamboo is a newer player on the scene, but it's quickly gained popularity among women of all ages for good reason. Bamboo fabric is silky smooth to the touch, naturally antibacterial, and even more absorbent than cotton. It regulates temperature beautifully, so you're less likely to overheat or feel chilly. You might be wondering, is it worth the effort to change my underwear fabric at this point in my life? I understand the hesitation. Old habits die hard, and favorite brands can be hard to let go of. But sometimes, the smallest change can make the biggest difference. Let me share a story about Doris, a sprightly 68-year-old who volunteers at her local animal shelter in North Carolina. For years, Doris wore the same nylon briefs she'd favored since her 40s. She liked how lightweight they felt, until she noticed that, by the end of every shift, she'd be itching around her waistline and thighs. She assumed she'd developed a sensitivity, maybe even a new allergy, and tried every lotion and powder she could find. Nothing worked. One day, her daughter brought her a set of simple, soft cotton underwear, just to try. Doris was skeptical, but she gave them a chance. Within days, the itching faded. She no longer dreaded long hours at the shelter, and she realized that sometimes, comfort does start with the basics. Now, she swears by cotton for everything from panties to sleepwear and encourages her friends to do the same. Choosing natural, soft fabrics doesn't mean you have to give up style or elegance. Today's cotton and bamboo underwear come in lovely colors and styles, with beautiful lace trims and gentle elastics that don't irritate sensitive skin. If you're shopping online or in-store, look for products labeled 100% cotton, organic cotton, or bamboo viscose. Avoid labels that list a long string of synthetic ingredients. When possible, opt for lighter colors. They're less likely to contain harsh dyes, which can also be an irritant. If you're worried about care, rest assured, Both cotton and bamboo are easy to wash and last well if you avoid harsh detergents and hot water. Try to use a gentle cycle, and air dry if you can. Your underwear will stay soft and comfortable for much longer, and you'll notice the difference each time you put them on. Now, you might be asking, is there scientific proof behind all this? Yes. Dermatologists and women's health experts recommend natural fibers, especially cotton, for anyone prone to irritation, infection, or sensitive skin. Numerous studies have shown that women who switch to cotton or bamboo experience fewer rashes, less odor, and greater overall comfort. The American Academy of Dermatology specifically recommends cotton underwear for women in menopause, when skin is at its most delicate. So, if you've been feeling even the slightest discomfort, or if you simply want to treat yourself to something soothing, consider making this gentle switch. Start by replacing just a few pieces at a time, and pay attention to how your body feels. Notice the difference at the end of the day. Less itching, less sweat, and a subtle sense of ease you might have forgotten was possible. Share your experience with a friend, a daughter, or a neighbor. You might be surprised how many women around you have been wishing for the same relief. You deserve to feel good in your skin. You've earned it, through every season and stage of life. So let this small act, choosing natural, soft fabrics, be a daily reminder of your worth. Every morning, as you get dressed, take a moment to appreciate the simple comfort of cotton or bamboo next to your skin. It's a quiet kindness, a little gift to yourself, and it can change the way you move through your day. Remember, comfort is not a luxury, it's a necessity, especially now. And it starts with the gentle embrace of what you wear underneath. So go ahead, permit yourself to choose softness, breathability, and care. The difference will surprise you, and your body will thank you. Secret 3. Avoid hard details, metal underwires, or lace that irritate skin. As women, so much of what we wear closest to our skin has always carried a story. Maybe you remember your very first bra, or that delicate slip you wore for special occasions. Over time, we collect favorites, sometimes out of comfort, sometimes out of habit. But with age, the needs of our bodies change, often in quiet, surprising ways. And sometimes, the very details that once made us feel elegant, a bit of lace, a dainty underwire, a decorative bow, can turn into tiny sources of daily irritation. Maybe this sounds familiar. You're getting dressed for the day, pulling on that trusted bra with the lace trim or the one with the tiny metal clasp that sits just right when you stand tall in the morning. But as the day goes on, you start to notice a faint stinging on your shoulder, an itchy spot under your bust, or even a faint red line running across your chest by evening. You adjust your straps, smooth down the lace, and try to ignore it. It's just part of getting older, you might tell yourself. A little irritation is normal. At least it looks nice. But is it just age? Or is it something simpler? Something you can change? Let's take a closer look. As we age, our skin naturally becomes thinner and more fragile. The protective barrier we had in our youth started to lose its strength, making us more sensitive to friction and pressure. It isn't just about wrinkles or a few age spots. Our skin doesn't recover as quickly as it used to. And what once felt like a gentle hug from an underwire or a lovely lace detail can start to feel like an unrelenting poke, scratch, or squeeze by dinner time. What's happening here? It's science, and it's simple. Metal underwires, rough seams, and ornate lace are all sources of repeated microabrasion. Underwires, especially if they're even a little bent or exposed, put pressure on the ribcage, dig into delicate skin, and restrict healthy blood flow. Some women even develop bruises or welts that they chalk up to sleeping funny or a little bump, never suspecting that the culprit is the very thing meant to support them. Lace, especially the cheaper kind, can be surprisingly rough. With every move, it creates friction, tiny, repeated scrapes that can inflame the skin, cause itching, or even leave lasting marks. Now you might be thinking, but I've always worn underwire bras. I've always liked a little lace. That's understandable. For many years, these details were a sign of femininity and style. They helped us feel put together and, in some cases, were the only options on the rack. But things are different now. Not just with our bodies, but with the world of undergarments, too. Let me tell you about Martha, a lively 75-year-old from Michigan. Martha spent most of her adult life in structured bras with sturdy wires and plenty of decorative lace. It was what her mother wore, and what all her friends wore. But a few years ago, she started noticing that the skin under her arms was raw, and by the end of a long church luncheon, she was almost in tears from discomfort. Her granddaughter, seeing her wincing, suggested she try a soft cup bra. No wires, no stiff seams, just a gentle stretch and support. Martha was skeptical, but she gave it a try. The next Sunday, she was amazed. No pain, no rawness, just a gentle hug all day. She didn't have to adjust or tug at anything once. For Martha, it was like discovering a new freedom she hadn't realized she was missing. That's the good news. There's a whole world of undergarments out there today that prioritize comfort, especially for older women. You don't have to choose between style and ease. Look for bras labeled wire-free, seamless, or soft cup. Instead of harsh lace, consider pieces with gentle embroidery, smooth modal, or fine, high-quality cotton trims. Wide, padded straps distribute weight better, and soft, flexible bands give the support you need without digging in. If you love the look of lace, opt for pieces with lace details on the outside or in non-contact areas, so nothing rubs against your skin directly. For panties, avoid thick elastic bands, heavy stitching, and decorative elements like bows or appliques in places that might press or chafe. Instead, look for flat seams, tagless designs, and soft waistbands. Remember, you're not settling for plainness. You're choosing self-care, and the brands designing for women over 60 understand that beauty can be simple, too. If shopping feels daunting, start small. Replace just one bra or a couple of pairs of underwear with soft, wire-free, or seamless options. Wear them on a day when you'll be active, and notice how you feel by nightfall. Is there less itching, less soreness, less urge to rush home and get comfortable? That's your body thanking you for a little kindness. So here's my gentle encouragement. Listen to your skin. You've earned the right, through years of hard work and caring for others, to feel good in your own body. Don't let old habits or fashion rules keep you from discovering what comfort can mean. Every day, you deserve to move through your life free from pinches, pokes, and irritation. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Remember, real beauty starts with how you feel, not just how you look. The soft embrace of a well-chosen undergarment can be your secret weapon for a brighter, more comfortable day. And if you find something that feels just right, don't be shy. Share it with a friend or loved one. You never know who else has been waiting for permission to let go of old discomforts and embrace something new. You are worthy of comfort. You are worthy of softness. You are worthy every single day of garments that honor the beautiful woman you are now. Secret 4. Wear breathable undergarments that control sweat and odor. You know those days when the temperature rises just a little, and suddenly you feel a bit more uncomfortable than usual? Maybe it's a gentle spring afternoon or a brisk fall morning where you expect to feel fresh and at ease. But instead, you notice that sticky feeling beneath your clothes or a faint, unwelcome odor that makes you want to slip away quietly. For many women over 60, this is a familiar, if unspoken, challenge. We often attribute it to just getting older or changing hormones, and learn to live with it quietly, sometimes even feeling embarrassed or self-conscious. But here's the thing. What you wear underneath your clothes can either make this discomfort worse or help you feel fresh and confident all day long. Have you ever wondered why some fabrics seem to trap moisture and odors, while others feel cool and dry no matter the weather? It's not just luck or magic, it's science. As we age, our bodies go through many changes, including shifts in how we sweat and how our skin breathes. Hormonal changes, medication, and even reduced physical activity can influence how much we sweat and how our skin responds to moisture. But when your underwear doesn't allow your skin to breathe properly, sweat and bacteria can get trapped, leading to that unpleasant odor and the uncomfortable dampness that no one wants to deal with. Breathable undergarments made from natural fibers like cotton and bamboo, or those designed with modern moisture-wicking technologies, work differently. They pull moisture away from your skin, allowing sweat to evaporate quickly and reducing the chance for bacteria to grow. This simple difference can transform your comfort and confidence throughout the day. It's not just about staying dry, it's about feeling fresh, clean, and cared for from the moment you get dressed. Take the story of Ellen, a 70-year-old retired schoolteacher from California. Ellen loved gardening and volunteering at her local library, but often found herself changing clothes midday or avoiding social events because she worried about sweat and odor. After switching to breathable, moisture-wicking underwear designed specifically for sensitive, mature skin, Ellen noticed a remarkable change. She felt fresher longer, her skin was less irritated, and her confidence bloomed. She even started recommending these undergarments to her friends at her book club, turning a once private struggle into a shared secret of comfort and empowerment. Making this change doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. Start by choosing underwear labeled breathable, moisture-wicking, or made from natural fibers. Avoid tight, synthetic fabrics that trap heat and moisture. Pay attention to fit. Too tight means less airflow, and too loose may not provide the support you need. And remember, regular changing and gentle washing with mild detergents keep your undergarments fresh and kind to your skin. You deserve to feel clean and confident every day, no matter the season. Let your underwear be your silent ally in this, working quietly beneath your clothes to keep you comfortable and worry-free. Because comfort is a right, not a luxury, and it starts with what you wear next to your skin. Secret 5. Replace your underwear regularly. Don't hold on too long. It's something many of us don't like to admit, but we've all been there. Holding on to underwear that's been with us through thick and thin, season after season, decade after decade. Maybe it's that favorite pair of panties that feel like a second skin, or a bra that's so familiar you can almost put it on with your eyes closed. We tell ourselves, if it still fits, why get rid of it? Or, I don't want to waste money on something no one sees. For women over 60, this habit is common and understandable. After all, we've learned to be practical, to cherish what we have, and to make things last. But here's a quiet truth worth embracing. Holding on to underwear too long can silently sabotage your comfort, health, and even confidence. Have you ever noticed that, despite your best efforts to stay fresh and clean, you sometimes feel irritation or discomfort that just won't go away? Or maybe there's a subtle but persistent odor, no matter how carefully you wash your clothes. It's easy to blame this on age or other factors, but often, the culprit lies in the very fabric you've been trusting for years. Underwear wears out. Elastic loses its stretch, fibers break down, and bacteria can build up in the fabric, even with regular washing. Over time, these worn-out garments can cause skin irritation and infections, and simply feel less comfortable, making you fidget, adjust, or dread putting them on at all. Science tells us that the natural breakdown of fabric and elasticity reduces support and breathability. Even the gentlest detergent can't always remove every microscopic particle of sweat, skin cells, and bacteria embedded in fibers that are years old. This buildup creates the perfect environment for yeast and bacteria, which can lead to unpleasant odors or even infections, especially in sensitive areas. The good news? Replacing your underwear regularly is a simple, empowering act of self-care. You don't have to throw out everything at once. Start with the pieces that are most worn or uncomfortable. Experts often recommend replacing bras every 6 to 12 months and underwear every 6 to 9 months, depending on wear and care. If you're unsure, look for signs like stretched out elastic, thinning fabric, discoloration, or loss of shape. Let me share a story about Grace, a spirited 69-year-old grandmother from Vermont. Grace had a drawer full of bras and panties that she'd collected over the years. She was hesitant to toss anything because they still seemed fine. However, noticing recurring irritation and some discomfort during her daily walks, she visited a local boutique that specialized in comfortable, breathable underwear for women her age. The fitter gently showed her how to check for wear and recommended a small starter set of new bras and panties made from soft, breathable fabrics. Within weeks, Grace felt the difference. Her skin was happier, her movements freer, and she felt a renewed sense of confidence. She tells her friends now that replacing underwear isn't about vanity. It's about honoring your body and making everyday life a little sweeter. Remember, your underwear is the foundation of your comfort. Just like you wouldn't wear worn-out shoes every day, your body deserves fresh, supportive garments that nurture and protect. Think of replacing underwear as a small investment in your well-being and happiness, because you deserve to feel comfortable and confident from the inside out. So next time you open your drawer, take a moment to show yourself some kindness. Let go of what no longer serves you and welcome in the soft, supportive, and fresh pieces that celebrate the wonderful woman you are today. You've earned every bit of comfort and care. Secret 6. Choose seamless or flat seam underwear to prevent chafing. If you've ever experienced that irritating, itchy sensation on your skin, especially in places where your clothes rub the most, you know how distracting it can be. For many women over 60, chafing is an unwelcome companion that sneaks into daily life, making even simple activities uncomfortable. It might be a tiny rash on your thigh, redness along your waistline, or persistent discomfort under your arms. Often, we think it's just part of aging or something we have to live with. But in reality, many of these annoyances can be traced back to one simple culprit: the seams in our underwear. Think about it for a moment. The skin of mature women is naturally thinner and more delicate, with less of the natural cushioning and elasticity we had in our younger years. When traditional underwear, with its raised seams, thick stitching, or even bulky elastic bands, presses and rubs against the sensitive skin repeatedly throughout the day, it can cause tiny abrasions, irritation, and even inflammation. Over time, this daily friction not only leads to chafing but can also cause discomfort, redness, and in some cases, even skin infections. But here's a question to consider. Have you ever paused to think about the design of your underwear? Most of us focus on style, color, or fit, but rarely do we pay attention to the seams, the parts that directly touch and affect our skin. Could a small change in your underwear's construction be the secret to ending that nagging discomfort? The answer is yes, and it's simpler than you might think. Seamless underwear, or those with flat seams, are designed precisely to minimize friction and pressure on the skin. Instead of raised stitches or bulky threadwork, these garments have smooth, low-profile seams that lie flat against your body. This subtle difference makes a world of difference for sensitive skin. Let me tell you about Helen, a lively 73-year-old from Oregon who loved her daily walks and gardening. For years, Helen struggled with red marks and soreness on her inner thighs after long days outside. She thought it was just normal, something she'd have to accept. One day, her granddaughter gifted her a set of seamless underwear, promising comfort and freedom. Helen was surprised at how quickly the discomfort disappeared. The smooth seams prevented rubbing, allowing her to focus on what she loved, being active and enjoying the outdoors, without distraction. Choosing seamless or flat seam underwear isn't about sacrificing style or beauty. Today's lingerie brands offer elegant, comfortable options that look and feel wonderful. From soft cotton blends to silky microfiber, you can find pieces that hug your body gently, provide support, and stay invisible under your clothes, all while protecting your skin. If you're thinking about trying seamless underwear, here are a few tips to get started. Look for labels that say seamless, flat seam, or no rub design. Pay attention to fabrics that are soft and breathable. Avoid bulky elastic bands and stiff waistbands that might dig into your skin. And don't forget the fit. Underwear that's too tight or too loose can still cause friction. Taking this small step can transform your daily comfort. Imagine moving through your day without the constant urge to adjust your clothing or the irritation that steals your focus. Imagine feeling confident, comfortable, and cared for in the skin you're in. You've spent a lifetime caring for others. Now, it's time to care for yourself with the gentlest touch. Choosing seamless or flat seam underwear is a quiet act of kindness to your body. A simple change that honors the beautiful, vibrant woman you are today. Remember, comfort starts with the little things, and sometimes it's the seams you don't see that make all the difference. Secret 7. Invest in supportive underwear that gently shapes and supports. As the years go by, many women notice changes not just in how their clothes fit, but in how their bodies feel throughout the day. Sometimes, there's a little more softness here, a slight shift in posture there, or a subtle ache in the back or shoulders after standing or walking. These changes are natural, and they tell the story of a life well lived, but they can also make getting dressed and moving comfortably a bit more challenging. One of the secrets many women discover as they age is the power of investing in underwear that offers gentle shaping and real support, helping the body feel steadier and more confident every day. You might wonder, isn't underwear supposed to be comfortable but invisible? Isn't shaping something younger women chase? Supportive undergarments aren't about squeezing or discomfort. They're about offering the right kind of embrace to help your muscles and posture, especially when natural changes occur in the body. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. As we age, muscle tone tends to decrease, and the skin loses some of its elasticity. Gravity has had its say over the years, and it's common to feel less lift or support in areas like the bust and abdomen. Without adequate support, these shifts can contribute to aches, fatigue, and less ease of movement. But the right underwear, designed thoughtfully for mature bodies, can help counteract some of these effects. It provides gentle shaping that doesn't bind or pinch but supports key areas, helping improve posture, reduce strain on the back, and even boost confidence by enhancing how clothes fit. Here's the science in simple terms. Supportive underwear helps distribute weight evenly and encourages your muscles and skeleton to align properly. This can relieve tension in your shoulders and spine, reduce discomfort, and promote better circulation. It's like a quiet partner that moves with you, offering just enough guidance and comfort to make daily tasks feel easier. Take Grace, a lively 71-year-old from Arizona, who struggled with back pain after long days caring for her grandchildren and volunteering at her community center. Grace had always thought of bras and underwear as purely aesthetic or comfort items, never realizing how much impact they could have on her posture and pain levels. After consulting with a specialist lingerie boutique, she invested in a set of supportive underwear designed for women her age, featuring wide straps, firm yet soft bands, and light tummy control. The change was remarkable. Grace found she could stand straighter, felt less fatigue in her shoulders, and enjoyed her activities without the usual discomfort. It wasn't about looking a certain way. It was about feeling strong, supported, and free. If you're considering this investment, start by exploring bras with wider straps and bands made of soft but firm materials that don't dig in. Look for underwear with gentle shaping panels around the tummy or hips. Nothing restrictive, just enough to provide support and smoothness. Many brands now focus on designs tailored to older women's needs, blending elegance with functionality. Remember, choosing supportive underwear is a loving act toward your body. It honors all you've done and helps carry you forward comfortably and confidently. You deserve to feel uplifted, not just in spirit, but in every step you take. So, as you refresh your wardrobe, consider what your body truly needs. Supportive, shaping underwear isn't about perfection. It's about embracing your beautiful, evolving self with kindness and care. Every day, with every garment, you can feel stronger, more balanced, and ready to embrace life's adventures. Because comfort and confidence go hand in hand, and the right support can make all the difference. As we've explored together, the little things we wear closest to our skin can have a surprisingly big impact on how we feel every single day. From choosing underwear that fits your changing body to prioritizing soft, natural fabrics, to avoiding harsh underwires and irritating lace, each secret is a gentle step toward greater comfort, confidence, and care for yourself. It's easy to overlook these details, especially when life feels busy or when we've been used to habits for decades. But remember, your body deserves kindness and attention now more than ever. Wearing breathable, moisture-wicking fabrics helps keep you fresh and comfortable, while replacing worn-out underwear protects your skin and well-being. Embracing seamless designs or supportive pieces can reduce irritation and even ease aches, letting you move through your day with ease and grace. Every woman's journey is unique, and these secrets aren't about perfection. They're about listening to your body, honoring its changes, and choosing what makes you feel good. It's a quiet, powerful way to nurture yourself and a reminder that self-care is not selfish, it's essential. So, take a moment today to check in with yourself. Open that drawer, feel the fabrics, and notice what brings you ease or discomfort. And don't be afraid to try something new. Whether it's a soft cotton bra, a seamless panty, or a supportive garment that lifts and comforts, you have the power to transform your everyday comfort. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Here's to embracing every day with warmth, confidence, and the gentle care you deserve. Remember, comfort starts from within, and it begins with what you wear underneath.